Hi guys, so I'm doing a couple of videos on the chance of a really epic stock market crash as opposed to an average 16% correction. So the inflation pressure and the overheated stock market and the failure of government to control the new variants and continued cyber hacking of all kinds of companies, universities, banks, possibly more infrastructure hacks, and China throwing all the miners, or throwing a lot of the miners out of the country. So there's a couple of major things happening here. So we're going to have a cryptocurrency dip, which we're experiencing now, which I expect could get more unstable and worse. We could have it may stay flat for a while and then go slightly up and then dip down sharply if Eastern Bloc countries, the United States and Canada, if they don't quickly pick up the slack from all of the miners that are losing their businesses in China. So that's a bit on crypto, but at the same time, the news of the stock market is bad, right? If you look at my other videos, I talk about the factors that I think that are at play. The market is obviously way overheated and it's overdue for a correction. That's not the worst thing, right? Then you've got vacations, July and August, and the inflation problem. I say that the risk of us experiencing a stock exchange crash, like a 30% crash, even a 35% crash, is perilously high. Maybe a 33% chance of a 35% stock market crash. That's not anything to, that will be devastating in the middle of a pandemic where we have these new variants that are not at all under control, right? Where it looks like government officials are just sort of hacking away at the problem with a dull hatchet, where they change their mind from one month or 1 week to the next, where the J&J needs a booster and all this other stuff. I don't want to get into the medicine aspect of it. I don't want to get flagged for talking about it. But there's a problem. So the point is that the pandemic and the progress with controlling the various variants, if you can call it various variants, the progress is not what I think people would hope it would be. And if there was progress, fine, but now we have additional new problems. I think that may be very fair to say it that way. So the additional new problems. So, for us to have a 16% or 15% correction could happen just so easily, right? It's expected. But now we're looking at the risk of something that's not a correction, but is more of an epic crash. So what do you do, right? When you have we have to make an educated guess. Maybe we have a 30% chance, a 40% chance of a 30 to 35% market crash. We have that kind of risk. What do you do? What do you do with stock market? What do you do with crypto? Well, it depends on the climate, right? It's impossible for me to sort of download all the graphs and all the data and all the information on the climate in this video. But overall, it looks like getting out of the stock market and getting into a cash position, maybe 10% crypto, 10% crypto, 90% cash in your crypto portfolio. Unless you just want to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum long term, just buy cheap and hold it. You could do that too. Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, you know, Chainlink, VET, buy it cheap, hold it for a long time, maybe Polygon Matic as well. Don't look, maybe just hold it for, 3 years. Don't even, keep looking at it, every day. If you can afford to do that, fine, right? But people who have a lot of money tied up in the stock market, I think need to really beware. And I think a good strategy would be to get out of the stock market altogether into a cash position and then research gold mining companies. Not just the big Barrett gold mining companies of the world, but research where in the world the good ground is located, what companies have good land, are they drilling, what are the drilling results, right? Who's the management team, how well financed are they, what's their track record? Do heavy duty, serious due diligence research on gold mining. It's better to do that than it is to just have your neck stuck out and stay in the stock market when we have probably something like a 30% or 35% chance of something way more than just a market correction, and that happening in the next few months. If it doesn't happen before September, it could happen in December when you have a bunch of officials in Jackson Hole talking about all the inflation from all the money printing that's been done. I mean, we're talking over $6 billion in money printing per day to artificially keep everything afloat. I'm not criticizing that effort. I'm not saying that they shouldn't do that at all. I don't think it's not my place to make a judgment about what they should be doing. It's just that they are having to do this much money printing. Okay, and what is the consequence going to be? I just want to make it clear, I'm not criticizing anybody for printing money. That's not my position. I'm just saying this is just a reality that we have, is that we've had all this money printing, and everyone is going to be focused on the problem in the fall when the Fed's at Jackson Hole. Okay? Luckily for the crypto market, Cardano smart contracts should be kicking in around that time, and hopefully there'll be some institutional adoption of Cardano and Ethereum in addition to Bitcoin around that time. So possibly what we might have happen is we might have people move some of their assets from the stock market, if we've survived that long, into ETFs for Ethereum, Bitcoin, and possibly even Cardano eventually, maybe before Christmas or around Christmas time. So it's getting to be too long of a video at this point. And I don't edit videos, so I'm just going to get off this video and maybe try another one. I'm not sure I'll put this one up or not. So see you in the next video, guys.